Hola queridos lángaros, bienvenidos a un capítulo más de mi aventura en Elder Scrolls Online. Yo soy Roberto Sainz o Rob Sainz en Twitter. La vez pasada, si bien lo recuerdan, nos quedamos en la misión preámbulo para irnos hacia Summerset. Y precisamente eso vamos a hacer después de algunos días de no, pues jugar. Oh, miren, Bella, no sé si recuerdan. Oh, de hecho creo que no grabé esta misión, en donde tuvimos que ayudar a esta elfa oscura con un desmadrísimo que hizo. Y bueno, supuestamente también ellos van para Summerset, o al menos el plan era mandarla ella a Summerset, así que vamos a ver qué acaba esto. Sobre todo, sonriente.
She spilled Redrin blood without a writ. She broke the rules of the Morag Tong. As I see it, I don't have a choice.
Y sí.
Veya needs to remain dead in the eyes of Vardenfell. Otherwise we'll all have to pay for the damage she's done. Only if it fails, and that's not going to happen. Summerset is far enough away that no one will find her. Besides, Veya needs time to heal and make a fresh start. She'll be fine. Her new mentor is a pussycat compared to me.
Un gatito. A ver, Bella.
Nara, you thought you might stop by. You probably hate me, and I completely understand. I'm still glad you showed up, though. I lost my brother. I killed my own father. I kind of went crazy out there for a while. I don't think I'll ever put this completely behind me. But I'll do what Naryu asks. I'll go away, finish my training, try to make a new start. Oh, to Summerset. But don't tell anybody. She was quite adamant about that. She's given me a letter of introduction for some highfalutin Khajiit. Works for a queen or something. Anyway, he's going to be my new mentor.
¿Raz va a ser su nuevo mentor?
Look, I'm sorry. Oran's death made me crazy. That's no excuse. But I'm never going to forgive House Redarin for the attitudes that brought us here. I'm done with them. Take care of Naryu. I don't want her to get hurt because...
Sí, claro, como Naryu necesita que alguien la proteja, ¿verdad? Ok. Ya no va a haber nada más nuevo que decirme. Y pues vámonos a la isla de Summerset. Por fin, Estivalia, como le llaman en la traducción al español que le puse al juego. Llegamos, por fin. La isla de Estivalia, o como originalmente es Summerset. Está bastante bien. Está bastante colorido a diferencia de Vanderfell. Era prácticamente todo piedra y lava y así. Todo desolado y quemado. Ah, miren, aquí está.
Have
Raz.
you ever seen such creatures? Raz has not. Probably neither have you. You are a newcomer, yes? New to this island of high elves? This one has an eye for such things. And you look capable. So can Raz interest you in some cloak and dagger work?
The cloak and dagger?
Ominous? No, nothing of the sort. Well, maybe a little of the sort. Depends on how things develop. Raz has come to Summerset at the behest of Queen Ayrenn to make sure her decree regarding the opening of the island proceeds as she directed.
Ajá, y luego, ¿cómo entro yo en el asunto este?
Determine the mood in Shimmerin and see how the newcomers are faring. Rumors have reached the queen, and she is concerned. So Razum-Dar comes to see what is happening and fight strange creatures. Now Raz is concerned as well.
También está preocupado.
While you ask questions around the city, Raz can take care of some other business. It may or may not involve scratching and clawing. Let's meet near the entrance to Shimmerin when you have something to report.
Ok. Eran esas cosas raras.
Never saw such monsters in his life. They appear related to water, but this one tends to avoid this stuff.
El agua.
Raz swears it was calling those creatures. A mystery for another time, perhaps. Now, we need to see to the newcomers.
Ok, ¿alguien específico al
As a
que
matter
quieres
of
que hable?
fact, Raz made a list.
Ujú.
Old Newell, a high elf artisan, spoke out. See what she complained about. Then there's Soxolza, a persecuted Argonian newcomer.
Ujú.
Finally, Ranuel, a city resident noted in the Divine Prosecution's observation log.
Ok, ¿y sí, qué hizo Olenwill para que... Ahí, ¿dónde lo
Old
podemos
Newell
encontrar?
complained about it. No. Raz doesn't want to prejudice your investigation. You will find out when you talk to her. The artists like to gather shells along the eastern coast.
Ujú.
She uses them to make paints and dyes.
Ok, en la costa.
True, not enough syllables. Ranul's a Redguard, whose family has lived in Shimarin for generations. He's a well-respected trader, with a few warehouses along the docks. Talk to him before the Divine Prosecution decides to arrest him.
Exacto, que es la
The Divine
persecución divina.
Prosecution serves as lawkeepers and protectors of social standards.
Ujú.
Very persnickety. When rules are broken, they record it in their observation logs. If your name winds up on their list, things get complicated.
Órale. A ver, ¿qué tienen contra
Something
la
to do with
argoniana?
monks and newcomer registration. Raz
Ajá.
is looking into that. Last I heard, Soxolza was seen leaving the city and heading west. Probably trying to reach the water. Lizards like water, yes? Not Raz. Ugh. Raz hates the wet stuff.
Ok.
Nothing at all. Unless you think they came to Summerset because of the Queen's decree. No, that would be ridiculous. Let's not lose focus. Just see what Old Newell, Soxolza, and Ranul have to say about newcomers and the mood in Shimarin.
Ok.
We need to confirm these rumors or else put an end to them. Everyone should be pleased with the Queen's decree. Opening the border shows progress, yes? However, if any of her loyal subjects reject progress, well, Raz needs to know that too.
Ok, hablemos con los tres
While you
menes
ask
estos.
questions around the city, Raz can take care of some other business. It may or may not involve scratching and clawing. Let's meet near the entrance to Shimarin when you have something to report.
Ok.
Raz knows very little about city ordinances or how to tell the difference between mead and ale, so let's avoid those topics, yes? Otherwise, this one knows all about the Queen's decree and the initial reaction of the nobles and king lady.
A ver.
Queen Ayrenn, her most excellent leader of the Aldmeri Dominion, has issued a decree opening the once forbidden land of Summerset to traders, visitors, and immigrants of all races. Controversial, yes, but part of her plan for the Dominion's future.
Órale.
For some, high elves talk of perfection, but they are complicated people. Various individuals in Summerset take issue with their queen, with change of any sort, actually. The king lady, for example, some nobles. Makes my job complicated.
Ok.
King Lady Avenice has made her views on the Queen's decree quite clear. She calls it unreasonable, dangerous. A few of the city's nobles have sided with the King Lady, as has the new Oldark at the monastery. My
Órale.
queen permits discussion, to a point. She has spoken against it. Now Raz needs to know how far she will go to defy the will of the queen. Does she grumble but welcome the newcomers, or is she using every option at her disposal to block their arrival? Raz will find out, with your help.
Ok. Entonces vamos a hacer como que los investigadores privados o algo así. A ver. Papita, tenemos uno al lado. Vamos para allá primero. Vamos aquí está un cortito y esas cosas inosas. A ver si no me encuentro con ellos muy pronto. Bueno, sí. Ir conociendo a qué es lo que me voy a enfrentar de aquí en adelante. ¿Dónde está la amiga? Aquí está, es la artista, ¿no? La que...
Find your own patch of beach.
Oye, tranquila, hermana.
Not that you'd understand the concept, but the path to Alaxon requires dedication and complete concentration. I must find the perfect shells, or my pigments will be substandard. And do you know what that will do to my art? Exactly.
Oye, tranquila, que es el camino de Alaxon.
An ultimate concept practiced
Ajá.
widely here in Summerset. Alaxon is the state of perfection that every high elf strives for. The path to Alaxon represents the approach we take to achieve that state. Now, why have you interrupted my work?
Ajá, quisiste ciertas quejas en Shimmerin y quiero saber qué pedo con eso.
As much as the next high elf, but sometimes the rules get in the way of common sense. My apprentice lived here for more than a year.
Ajá.
Good help is so hard to find, especially among the newcomers. And she was adept at making dyes.
¿Y qué le pasó?
They took her away. Said
¿La llevaron?
they had to scrutinize her qualifications, test her knowledge of culture and etiquette. But I haven't seen her since. My work suffers, so of course I complained to the monks. Now I have to gather my own shells.
Ajá. Los monjes te dijeron de quién era o por qué se... Ajá, ¿y por qué la tendrían que devolver? Ajá. ¿Kin Lady? What?
Time for such bureaucracy. And for a wood elf.
Chale.
I've said too much. I have work to do, and all this aggravation has diverted my path to Alaxon.
Ok, entonces la Kin Lady...
Requires constant vigilance, so back to it.
Ok. Pues el pedo es con la Kin Lady que le quitó él o la aprendiz a esta mujer. Ok. Ella no tiene problemas tal cual con el decreto de apertura de las fronteras. Pero parece que esta tal Kin Lady... Ay, cabrón, ya me quedé atorado. No. Parece que esta tal Kin Lady... Pues... está dando de qué hablar y no de la mejor manera. ¿Dónde está la argoniana? Una que quiere andar. Oh, se la comió la salamandra, no manches. Sí, sí, porque es una argoniana. Dale, qué mal pedo. ¿Verdad? Sí, este es Sol Solsa. Charres. Órale, aunque están abiertas las fronteras, la gente no quiere tratar con los forajidos. Ajá. Charros. Órale, la arrestaron según para hacer una calificación cultural y no le hicieron ninguna pregunta. Chale. Ah, cabrón. ¿Un rezo de Edrico? Que podrían o no pertenecer al gremio de los ladrones, ok. Murkmire. Una de las siguientes DLCs. Chale. Que se cargaron a la Solsolsa. Sin querer, obviamente, ¿no? Porque su objetivo no era necesariamente que se muriera. Quiero creer. Bueno, quién sabe, como estaban rezando a los Daedra, a lo mejor y sí. Bueno, ahora ya nomás nos falta ir a buscar a Ranul, el Red Guard que proviene de una familia de mercaderes and stuff. Primero vemos un buen vistazo de la ciudad. Se ve muy bonito Shimmerin. Muy bonito. No es que Morrowind se viera feo, sino que digamos que la arquitectura de acá es un poquito más no sé, fácil, más vistosa, digamos. Era como que muy austera la de Vanderfell. Como si sigamos buscando a Ranul. A ver qué nos puede decir de todo este entuerto que, pues bueno, ya cobró la vida de menos de Solsa. A lo mejor de la asistente de la otra mujer también. Vamos a saber, aquí estás. Como que es un poquito grosero, ¿no? Hablar con ellos desde el caballo. O de la montura.
In the warehouse district.
Ujú.
Unusual. But how can I help you today, my friend?
Ok.
The divine? Who told you
Persecución
that?
real.
Justicia
Bueno, divina.
sent you to try and trick me into confessing. No, no. The High Elves would never send a newcomer to perform such a task. But I admit it. I made my thoughts known.
Órale. ¿Cuáles eran esos?
I arranged to...
Ah, me lo comí sin
my
querer.
family
Chale.
has been here for generations and generations. Before the Queen's decree, outsiders might have been rare, but we were not unheard of. Our business has grown and gets better every day. That's why I sent for my cousin. We need the help.
Órale. Cuando traer
Summerset is a rare and
familiares.
beautiful jewel in the Abetian Sea. I love it here. The High Elves treat us like children, but they have never been hostile. The Queen's decree has stirred the waters, though. I fear it will get worse before it gets better.
La verdad que sí. Desmadre que se está armando ya. De seguro va a ser un pedonón después. Y no falta mucho para que reviente. Ok. Ya vi dónde está Raz. ¿Puedo salir? Ya te vi.
This is unheard of. Why have you closed the monastery?
Good people, I hear your concerns.
Well, the workers I hired, they were aboard the ship from Rivenspire.
The kin lady and I, we have only your best interests in mind.
Sí, claro.
Every guest must be sequestered while we ascertain their suitability for Altmer's society.
Desgraciado perro.
That's right. Lock up the newcomers.
Comers back where they came from. We don't want them here.
No más. Bola de mensos.
Such anger. Raz never expected to hear such words from the Queen's loyal subjects. The sentiment isn't universal, but enough feel this way for Raz to be concerned. Did you learn anything interesting from the people I sent you to talk to? Sequestered, Just a different word for imprisoned, yes.
Exactamente.
Cousin just arrived, but old Newell's assistant has lived on Summerset since long before the Queen ever issued her decree. What about the lizard? What did Sok Solza have to say?
Nada, porque estaba muerto. Chale.
Why would the Aldar gather up newcomers and non-High Elf residents alike and send them to the monastery? Does the King Lady condone this behavior? Raz's head itches, and not in a good way. Our course is clear, Five Claw. We must go to the monastery.
Wow, bueno. ¿Vamos?
Raz admires your enthusiasm, but this one needs you to enter the monastery on your own. Raz has other fish to catch. This one will help you get past the sentry, though. When you notice that the sentry is distracted, just sleep quietly inside.
Montonal de misiones. Voy a hacer esta primera. Voy a ver cómo unirme al clan de los
You there?
chicos.
Damn it! Why won't this work?
What?
Did you see a golden knight?
What? What the fuck is that?
No idea what that was, and I'm not sure I want to know.
Carros. ¿Quién era ese men que me quería contactar?
Sentry! Raz owes you for that game of cards and has come to pay.
Well, I don't recall any. You say I won some gold?
Don't you remember? Raz always pays his debts.
Lo está distrayendo, ¿verdad?
Always buys the drinks.
Gold and drinks? Well, my relief should be along soon, so why not?
What? Dinero y cerveza. Ya saben cómo distraer a un guardia. Pasaron de lanza. Ok. Investiguemos el monasterio. Pues está en... ¿Tendré que estarme escondiendo de la gente? ¿Puedo robarme todo lo que tienen y que no está clavado al suelo? Veamos. Pues son amarillos, así que yo supongo que no me van a hacer nada. Si fueran rojos, probablemente me le hicieran un poquito de pedo. Oh. Ver. Mi querido Aldar Tilcalar dice: estoy muy contenta que haya sugerido transferir a nuestro monasterio. Ok. Realmente después de la discusión que tuvimos acerca de decreto radical y francamente peligroso de la reina Ayrenn. Estoy emocionada de trabajar contigo y asegurarnos que Shimmerin y todo Summerset esté puro y a salvo. Plan para secuestrar a los nuevos llegados, para probar su estabilidad para la residencia en Shimmerin. Es una genialidad. Determinar quién tiene la habilidad y el temperamento para ser un miembro productivo de nuestra sociedad y a quién no permitirle, y a quién no, nos permitirá identificar a los problemáticos, ok, antes de que hagan cualquier daño. Es una perfección, es una solución perfecta, pero será solamente hasta que podemos órale. Será lo suficiente hasta que puedan convencer a la reina de que vuelva a cancelar el decreto. Chale. Mándeme una lista de candidatos que crees que son aceptables para la vida en Summerset. Estoy seguro que Roxy Queen. O sea, que quieren sacar a Ayrenn y poner a Alwinarwe. Sacrosanto, ajá. Nuestra querida reina dice. Wow. ¿Le van a sublevar a la reina Ayrenn? Nada. Quiero otra. Elfos del bosque. 4 hombres, 3 mujeres. Todas dicen ser ciudadanos del dominio. Uno dice que vivió en Summerset por más de un año. Lo movimos a las celdas de preparación. Kajits. 7 hombres, 9 mujeres. Todos proclaman ser ciudadanos del dominio. Manda la mitad a las celdas de preparación y la otra mitad a las de emprisionamiento. Dragonianos, 4. No puedo concluir su género. ¿Quién puede distinguirlo? Dice. Los moví a la celda de preparación para inmediato filtrado. Bretones, un hombre, 2 mujeres, aseguran ser comerciantes de Wayrest. ¿Dijeron que de Daggerfall? ¿No importa? Dice, ¿por qué está escribiendo todo esto? ¿Qué planea hacer el nuevo Aldra con toda esta información? Póngalos en las celdas, dice. Órales. Están haciendo un cagadero estos vatos. ¿Dónde está la otra? Pasando de lanza estos menes. Oh. A ver, monástico nucleeros.
Your spiritual well-being can wait until after my nap.
¿Dónde está la gente que han impresionado?
You'll have to ask one of the monks that the new Aldork brought with him. They deal with all the newcomer testing and evaluations. I'm just a simple monk trying to catch up on my sleep. That was a hint, by the way.
Que va a seguir dormido, ok. Háblame de Aldrak y sus nuevos monjes, carnal.
Tilcala arrived right after the Queen issued her decree. He came highly recommended by King Lady Avanice, or so I heard. It's not unusual for monks to form attachments and move together, but there's something strange about that bunch.
A ver, ¿cómo que extraño?
The Aldork and his monks keep to themselves. They've taken the Undercroft for their own purposes and ordered the rest of us to avoid the ancient vaults beneath the monastery.
Ah, cabrón, eso está raro.
Oh, please, let me get back to my nap.
En serio no tienes idea de dónde se los llevan.
The newcomers. Why do you care about the complexities of Altma bureaucracy? Still, if I had to make a guess, I'd say they were taking into the Undercroft for registration and processing. Now go away.
¿Algo más, carnal?
The monastery should be a place of peace and meditation. The Aldork has closed us down until further notice. That means if any of the monks spot you, they'll raise the alarm. Me? I never saw you. Now, if you don't mind, my nap awaits.
Ese Nuleros es un huevonazo de primera. Pero bueno. Ya de menos no nos está echando de cabeza y eso es mucha ganancia. Ah, es que es arriba. Sí, ya me voy, carnal, no te preocupes. Que tú digas. ¿Cabrón? ¿Y esta perla? Perla del abismo.
Unusual knick-knack for an Aldork. Don't you agree?
What? Hey, wait.
I noticed you skulking around while I was engaged in some skulking of my own. I suppose we both came to the monastery with a similar purpose in mind.
¿A cabrón? ¿Cuál es tu propósito, señora?
I came to find out what happened to a friend. I assume that's what brought you here as well?
Tienes toda la razón.
Worship shouldn't be used as an internment camp, and it shouldn't be locked to the public either.
Así es. ¿Qué es esta chingadera?
Interesting. I've never seen anything quite like it. I find it intriguing and a bit disturbing. But we aren't here to discuss curios. Strange creatures notwithstanding, we need to find out what's happening with the missing newcomers.
Tienes toda la razón.
The sentry doesn't appear to have stopped you, so I could ask you the same question.
Oye, tranquila, vieja.
Let's just agree that we
Tranquila,
both
viejona.
have our methods. Curious, but I feel that there's more going on in Shimmerine than the usual politics and community relations.
Entonces?
That's the question, my cautious friend. We have a newly appointed Aldork and a disgruntled kin lady, both opposed to the Queen's decree. What's their connection to the missing newcomers? I was about to explore the Undercroft. Care to join me?
Ok, vamos.
A curious pearl. I wonder where the Aldork acquired it. Probably not important. I'll meet you in the Undercroft, and we can see what's going on with the newcomers.
Ok, parece buena idea. Mientras, saqueamos las librerías. ¿No?
Something's
Directo a la acción.
wrong down here. I sense magic. Vile magic. Cages.
¿Gabil?
These people did nothing to deserve such treatment.
Y sí.
There's someone alive over there. See if you can help her.
Terminote aloete.
Thank the divines. You aren't one of the monks. Please, let me out of here.
¿Por qué te atraparon?
We came to Summerset to seek new opportunities. We barely stepped off the ship when they marched us to the monastery. Instead of questioning us or the usual high elf bureaucracy, they locked us in these cages.
¿Dónde están los demás?
The monks gathered them a few moments ago and took them through the door on the far side of the chamber. Please, let me out of here before they take me away like the others.
Ok. Vamos a...
Thank the divines. You are...
Ok, déjame abrir la puerta. Ah, lo voy a abrir allá, ok. Ah, no, tengo que ser yo, ahí va.
Thank you for setting me free.
Corre. Corre pa'l monte.
A Daedra. Here? And that's a scoffin, if I remember my Daedric recitations correctly. Very curious.
Exacto.
An
Haciendo de Daedra
excellent
aquí.
question, and one I hope to find the answer to. From the evidence before us, it appears this Nord killed the Scoffin before he succumbed to his own wounds. Good for him. I found this key on the creature's belt, so we can open that door.
Perfecto. Llevan a los demás prisioneros para allá. De seguro los van a querer sacrificar.
We need to determine what's actually happening down here, and who's behind all this. Without answers to those questions, we won't be able to decide on our best course of action. I'll explain everything later. We need to hurry.
Ok. Al grano esta mujer. ¿Le defienda? Bueno. Primero hay que ver de qué la estamos defendiendo hoy. A ver. Hay un cofre que no es cofre. Acá otro igual. existe ningún cofre es de verdad cofre. Bueno.
The pearl's draining these people.
More newcomers? Unfortunately, the magic only affects those who have been prepared. But never fear, your turn will come.
Ahí está. Oye, ¿ese güey dónde va? What?
I'll deal with the pearl. You hold off these.
Ok. A ver, venga, che. ¿Qué tazo? ¿Y qué tazo?
The pearl's magic attracts these creatures. Hold them off while I complete my spell.
Ok. Órale, mendigo. Saca. ¡Ay, güey! Órale. Vamos a ver si muy bravo, Yagra. Vámonos.
Come on, let's talk outside.
Bueno. Todavía sigo con el efecto. Ahí está, ya se me fue. ¿Qué era eso? Explícate, mujer.
Those poor people. This wasn't just about newcomers and opposing the Queen's decree. That was Daedric magic back there. I just wish we had arrived a few moments earlier. I promised to explain what I know. I suppose that now's as good a time as any.
A ver.
I'm a member of the Sijic Order. Our Right Master sent me to investigate a warning we received about a plot involving Summerset. My inquiries led me here. The Sijic Order is an ancient magical monastic society. We served as advisors to the rulers of Tamriel, but that was before we removed our island home from the world. Now this threat has drawn us back. But why are you involved in all of this?
Estamos trabajando para la reina.
Interesting. I diffused the Daedric magic and transported the pearl to Artaeum, the Sijic island, for safekeeping and study, so we can learn more about it. But we can discuss this further once we get out of here.
Ok, salgamos antes de que se nos dejen venir los daedras. Que se pidieran. ¿Y por qué usas el arco? Me recomendaron que usar arco y flecha también como segundo set de armas para hacer más daño cuando estemos de lejos. Que pues precisamente eso es lo que estoy haciendo ahorita. Ganando un poquito. Ya saben que aquí las armas y armaduras se mejoran con el uso. Y todas las habilidades en general. Lo vamos pudiendo irle subiendo un poquito a las habilidades. Párale. Ahí llegamos al final. Perfecto. Captain del Undercraft.
Living on Artaeum for a few centuries doesn't prepare you for physical activity. Let the Eye of the Queen know what we discovered, and I'll catch up with you later.
Ok. Se cansó a la mujer. Menos de esperarse. No estaba preparada para la acción física. ¿Qué estás?
Ah, this one's new partner returns. What interesting scandal did you uncover in the monastery? Tell Raz every juicy detail.
Estaban secuestrando a la gente y haciendo rituales daédricos.
Murder, Daedric rituals, and traitorous behavior have a way of ruining an otherwise perfect day. We need to learn the extent of the King Lady's involvement. And by we, Raz means you.
Ay, hijo de la chingada. Ok, ¿quieres que vaya y acuse a la King Lady de conspirar con un culto daédrico?
Not exactly. Raz wants you to talk to her. See what she knows about the Oldar. The King Lady is meeting with local leaders. Attend that meeting and learn the truth. This invitation and set of elegant clothes will get you through the door.
Ay, encontré un Sijico también.
Sijic? Raz has heard rumors, but there are always rumors about the Sijics. For an island of sages who disappeared more than 300 years ago, they certainly seem to get around. Did this Sijic mage say what the order was investigating?
Algo de una advertencia y estaba muy interesada con la perla que roba
There
vida.
was a life-sucking pearl. You should probably have led with that bit of information. Well, we can worry about the Sijic mage and figure out where these pearls came from later. For now, go see what the King Lady has to say.
Me parece bien. A ver, ¿no deberías hablar tú con la King Lady? Trabajas con la reina a final de cuentas, ¿no?
King Lady Avenice and Raz do not get along.
Ah.
You see, there was a horse, a platter of pudding tarts, and no. This one won't bore you with the sordid details.
Cuéntame, hombre, no seas así.
Everyone behaves well when they see Raz. You will learn more than I would.
Ok. Dejar escapar por esta vez. A ver, la junta de la King Lady. ¿Qué desmadre se va a armar aquí? Estoy casi seguro, ¿es para arriba o para abajo? Luego que me marque para ninguno de los dos lados. Traje elegante. Impresionante. Aquí, precisamente. Verga, Almelor.
Yes? And who might you be?
Necesito hablar con la King Lady Avenice.
The Kin Lady is currently engaged. She's holding a conference with Shimmerine's elite to discuss certain political matters.
¿Qué me dices de esta invitación, carnal?
Yes, so you do. And may I say that your outfit is suitably elegant. Please, head into the garden.
Gracias. No quería agarrarte cachetadas por insolente.
We all have concerns regarding the Queen's decree. I assure you that I am working with all Dark Takala to safeguard the sanctity of Shimmerine and all of Summerset.
Y yo, un orco, no me veo nada misterioso aquí.
The city requires my attention, but I shall rejoin you shortly.
Ver, Avenice.
How dare you barge into my home without so much as a by your leave?
Perdón.
No, I refuse to deal with one of the Queen's guests, especially not in my own home. How did you get in here, by the way? No, never mind that. Since you found your way in, I assume you can find your way back out, before I call the guards.
Bien alterada esta mujer.
Such innocence. You really want to know why I oppose the Queen's order to allow newcomers to enter Summerset? Because I'm trying to protect both the island and the newcomers. It's in everyone's best interest that we maintain a separation.
¿En serio? Ok, el Aldernack está de acuerdo con tus esfuerzos para proteger la isla de los recién llegados.
Him highly recommended. He has grand plans for protecting Shimmerine. Grand plans. Unfortunately, in my haste to deal with the Queen's decree, I may have made an error in judgment.
Chinga, a ver, ¿cómo que un error?
Not that it's any concern
Mal juicio,
of yours,
dice.
but my chancellor has been unable to verify the Olduk's existence prior to when we met.
Chingao?
And I recommended him for the position at the monastery. I assure you, Kin Lord Millenthal praised Tilkala to no end.
¿Achis? Obviamente sabes que están matando gente en el monasterio,
That's
¿verdad?
preposterous. Alduk Takala sequesters the newcomers to ascertain their suitability for life in Summerset.
Sí, claro.
Those who pass will find a place here. As for the rest, they'll be returned to wherever they came from. That's what we agreed to.
Mejor ve y fíjate qué están haciendo tus lacayos, mensa.
My lady, one of the monks said to deliver this message. It's from the Oldark himself.
The Coral Forest. An odd location for a meeting, but I need to hear the Oldark's explanation.
Tendré que decirle al gato lo que está pasando aquí. Aquí está el gato.
Psst. Pretend you are adjusting your boot or admiring the architecture. As hard as it may be, look anywhere but directly at Raz. Good.
Okay.
Good. Now, tell Raz what you learned at the King Lady's manor.
A ver. Cree que los recién llegados están siendo detenidos y luego devueltos a sus casitas.
Naive as she is complicit, but she is not a murderer. This new Oldark, though, has so much blood on his hands, it looks like he's wearing red gloves. From what I could discover, he didn't exist before he came to Shimarin.
Lo mismo que dice ella. Al
The
Coral
Coral
Forest.
A strange meeting place. Raz thinks we should go and see what the old Ark is up to. After I take back that outfit, I might need it again later. Ah, you have a pretty admirer, my friend. The Sijic sage, yes? Here she comes now.
¿Tiene la sígica? Órale.
I'm glad I found you. While watching the King Lady's mansion, I saw her ladyship sneak out the back and leave the city.
The King Lady is meeting the old Ark in the Coral Forest. Raz smells something, and it isn't moon sugar biscuits.
Your reputation precedes you, Eye of the Queen. I am Valcerin of the Sijic Order, and I agree that the Aldark is more than a simple monk.
We should work together, yes? But let's travel separately to avoid attracting unwanted attention. Raz will find you both at the Coral Forest.
¿Yo voy a ir a pata? Cada quien por separado, qué mendigos. ¿Dónde está el tal Coral Forest? Ok, saliendo hacia el sur. Muy bien. Aquí está mi amiga Sígica. ¿Qué
One of
ondas?
Summerset's more unique environments, the Coral Forest. I used to love coming here when I was growing up. We need to find out why the Aldark asked King Lady Avanice to meet him out here.
Ok, ¿cómo los encontramos?
Based on what we saw in the monastery's undercroft, I'm hesitant to use magic to locate them. I suppose we'll have to find them through mundane means. Too bad the Queen's spy isn't here yet. I understand he's good at this sort of thing.
Ok, tendremos que buscarlos a mano, como dicen por ahí, o a pie.
You know nothing of the plan, you fool.
El plan. ¿What? ¿La Jval?
Come, never. Let me show you the power bestowed upon
Esclavicus
me
vil,
by
ok.
the Prince of Yagra. Destroy these
A su madre. Esta mujer que no me ayuda. Vamos. Ayúdame, Ayrenn. Ah, ok. Me enfoqué en el correcto. La perla abisal. Oh. Pegamos y listo. ¿Qué estás, Ayrenn?
Razum-Dar apprehended the King Lady. They're at the west edge of the Coral Forest. What happened to Aldark Tilkalar? Did he escape?
Sí, claro. Escapó hacia su muerte.
I think we can conclude that Tilkalar wasn't actually an Aldark. At least, not with his connection to the Prince of Bargain's Clavicus Vial. Strange magic and creatures worry me, however. Hopefully the pearl I sent to Artaeum can tell us more. You'd be surprised what a particular object can reveal if you know how to unlock its secrets. I need to return and tell Right Master Ikesis all that transpired here. If you're willing, I'd like you to come to Artaeum and confirm my story.
Ok, ¿y quién es el tal
The
Right Master?
Master leads the Sijic Order from Kakura Tower on the island of Artaeum. This spell attunes you to a portal near Shimarin in the ruins of the Keep of 11 Forces.
Okay.
It always leads to Artaeum, no matter the island's current location.
Ok, iré para allá después de que me vea con Raz. ¿Sale?
More adjustment and there, you are now attuned.
Ok,
Find me on Artaeum after you finish with the Eye of the Queen.
muy bien. Vamos con Raz. En un ladito de Raz hay un... Ah, pero no tengo cómo abrir este tesoro.
Five Claw. The King Lady and Raz had the most illuminating conversation.
You can't treat me like some sort
Queen
of
Ayrenn will be disappointed.
creature.
A ver. Sé que había cortado la...
Queen Ayrenn will be
conversación.
disappointed that the King Lady of Shimarin allowed a false Aldark to murder so many newcomers. Such a scandal makes other travelers uneasy about coming here, yes?
Pues así es.
The Prince of Bargains. That could only be Clavicus Vile. What oblivion-inspired nest of vipers has Raz stumbled into? This one has a very bad feeling about all of this. Where is the Sijic sage? Raz would like to ask her what she thinks.
Pues se devolvió a Arteum, pero me dijo que fuera con ella. ¿Cómo lo
The
ves?
Sijic Order's interest in all of this concerns Razum-Dar. This one has never had much love of magic, or those that practice the art. On the other hand, now Raz has his own person on the inside. An Eye of Raz, if you will, yes?
Resulta que soy su agente. Ok, que el orden intentaría encontrar más sobre Aldarak y sus perlas
Then you
principales.
must go to Arteum and discover what the Sijics have learned.
Okay.
When you return, you can tell Raz all about it so he can pass it along to the Queen.
Muy bien.
Yes, Raz likes this plan. In the meantime, Raz will investigate the Daedric connection.
Muy bien. La King Lady. ¿Qué dice?
Have you come to gloat? To kick me while I wallow in my own misery? Well, go ahead. I deserve it.
A ver, ¿quién te embrolló con ese vato?
Lord Millenthal's party in Eleanor. We had similar ideas about the Queen's decree, and I recommended that he lead the monastery. Summerset isn't a stew pot, and the various races aren't ingredients to be sprinkled in like so much spice.
Ajá, entonces sabías que los estaban matando, ¿no?
What a hateful accusation. Tilcala told me he was going to send them back where they came from. I had no idea he planned to kill them. I give you my word. I just wanted the newcomers to go away. And to find out he worshipped Daedra? How crude.
A ver, ¿y todos los monjes del monasterio adoraron los de Edra?
We'll have to get the divine prosecution in there to gather up the monks Tilcala brought with him to Shimmerine. We can't have Daedric cultists desecrating a holy site. I suppose I need to beg for mercy from the proxy queen.
Yo creo que también. Una vez jalada, pedir disculpas, mija. Oh, aquí está el portalcito. Ok, pues vayamos a conocer Arteum. Wow. Miren las constelaciones en el cielo, qué chido. Bueno, una constelación es como que es... que se supone que está como en una dimensión separada de la realidad común del mundo de Tamriel. Por eso se ve esto como algún tipo de esfera o algo así, como la ciudad mecánica que está dentro de un droide esfera. A lo mejor algo parecido también sea Arteum. Es para acá.
And there was no sign of Lathan. I don't know whether to be grateful or concerned.
We'll find him, Val. Now go check on the Pearl while I speak to our new guest.
Hey, adiós, Val. Ver tú.
What a rare honor Valcerin bestowed upon you. Only a select few not of our order have ever walked upon this sacred island. Val tells me your aid was indispensable in uncovering the false Aldark's plot on Summerset.
No digas tantas cosas tan bonitas, Rightmaster, que te lo voy a empezar a creer.
Unfortunate, certainly. The magic you describe sounds familiar, though I can't quite recall where I've heard of it before. I fear the pearls may be a harbinger of the threat Sothasil warned us about.
Órale.
Sothasil, one of the living gods of the Dark Elf Tribunal. He's an honorary member of our order. After an attack on his clockwork city, he warned us about a Daedric threat to Summerset and Arteum. I sent Valcerin to investigate.
Órale. ¿Voy a darte en algo?
Indeed. But not until we finish studying the pearl Valcerin brought us. There are mysteries to unravel, and Val believes you will be instrumental to our success. We can get started immediately, unless you want to explore our island first. The next step involves a thorough examination of the strange pearl you and Valcerin recovered from beneath the Shimmerine Monastery. Hopefully, we can learn more about the false Aldark and the source of the pearl's magic.
Ok. Ajá, la magia puede revelar todo eso.
We are the Sijic Order, friend of Valserin. There is very little we cannot accomplish through the application of the old ways.
Órale.
Every object remembers its history. The trick involves selecting the correct ritual to reveal those buried memories.
Ok, ¿y cómo entro yo en todo este
While I
pedo?
head inside to begin the augury ritual, I'd like you to go to Sotha Seal's study in the tower, find my acolyte, Oriandra, and ask her for Sotha Seal's amplification elixir. We may need it if the pearl proves to be resistant to our magic.
Ok, voy para allá. Oh, qué nice. Aquí está, Oriandra. Elevador. Mija. ¿Qué huele, Oriandra?
You must be the adventurer that Valserin was going on about. Allow me to be the first to welcome you to our secret island. Oh,
Gracias.
I suppose you already talked to the Right Master, seeing as you're here in Kapora Tower.
El maestro de los ritos me mandó a conseguir un elixir de amplificación para el ritual que está conduciendo.
That strange pearl has certainly been reluctant to reveal its secrets. The Right Master hates it when an inanimate object refuses to cooperate. Regarding the amplification elixir, I just cataloged it. It's a Sotha Seal creation, as you'd expect. What? No, not in the traditional sense. He's not one of our monks, if that's what you're asking. More like an honorary member, I guess you'd say. According to my records, the silver vial should be right over there.
Okay.
As soon as the pearl arrived via Valserin's transference spell, the Right Master gathered the conclave to prepare an augury ritual. He's been cycling sages through to keep them fresh, while slowly increasing the intensity of the ritual.
Órale. ¿Por qué no le estás
I'm the
ayudando
Right
entonces?
Master's acolyte. I have other duties to perform. Besides, such a complex ritual requires the power of the conclave of the 11 forces. I'm not that strong yet.
Órale.
Under the Right Master's tutelage, I expect to attain that rank. One day.
Así es, y como es como que alguien como tú, no un alto elfo, aquí.
Despite opinions to the contrary, being an Altmer isn't a prerequisite for membership in the Psijic Order.
Órale.
The Right Master noticed my potential and invited me to join. I had a year to consider the offer, but I made my decision immediately.
Ok. Así es, ¿cómo le hicieron para esconder a Arteo?
I'm not allowed to reveal where you are or how our magic works, other than to tell you that you have arrived upon the fabled island of the Psijic Order, Artaeum. While we're not currently part of Nirn's reality, we still keep track of events there.
Órale.
I could say we have our ways and leave it at that, but you deserve a better explanation. The Right Master sends Psijics back to the world to perform tasks and gather information. Plus, we have powerful scrying magic that reveals all sorts of details.
Ok. Bueno, llevemos el
I was
elixir de
examining
vuelta.
the vial of amplification elixir myself just a short time ago. It should be right over there.
Se me hace que no va a estar. Vacío. Va a tener algo que no es el elixir que buscamos, ¿verdad? Llevémoselo al Right Master.
Was Oriandra able to direct you to the proper elixir? Without something to amplify the magic, our ritual is going to fail.
Ok, aquí lo tienes.
Just in time. For the next stage of the ritual, if you have no objections, I'd like you to join us.
Okay.
Your experiences alongside Valserin might help reveal what has so far eluded our efforts.
Ok, entonces, ¿cómo te ayudo?
We'll handle the magic. You pour the elixir into the scrying pool and stand close. As the ritual's power amplifies, your experiences with the Pearl and the false Aldark should help the augury do its job.
Ok, perfecto. ¿Qué es el augurio?
We want to discover the origin of the Pearl and its strange magic. In addition, anything we can learn about the false Aldark and his connection to the Pearl would be helpful. Otherwise, we're stepping blindly into Oblivion's maw here.
Ok.
Pour the elixir into the pool. That should provide the final boost we need to trigger the augury.
A ver. Vamos el elixir y... Uy, güey.
Here we stand, the most favored servants of Clavicus Vile, Nephala, and Nocturnal, on the verge of the greatest victory for our princes.
Are you sure those creatures can be trusted?
Have no fear. Isn't that why we formed the Court of Bedlam? Besides, what happens next in Relenthil will seal Summerset's fate.
¿Relenthil? Hecho.
That was unnerving. It seems the false Aldach belonged to an alliance of Daedric cultists called the Court of Bedlam. Imagine, the faithful of Clavicus Vile, Mephala, and Nocturnal working together. This is more serious than I anticipated.
Ay, ¿quiénes son esos Court Bedlam?
But I'm hardly an expert on the Daedric cults of Tamriel. The magic I sensed in the pearl, though, it doesn't contain the taint of oblivion. We're missing something. But what? I suppose we'll need to find out what's going on in Relenthil.
Okay, vamos para allá.
I hoped you'd say that. Relenthil sits to the west of Shimmerine, just across the mountains. I'll send Valcerin with you to talk to the Cannon Reeve. The false Aldach may be dead, but Mephala's and Nocturnal's agents remain, as well as the pearls.
Okay.
I may not be a natural prognosticator, but I had a feeling you might. Go ahead. I'll answer what I can.
Cierto, los príncipes édricos trabajan
From what
juntos.
I've experienced, an alliance isn't just unusual. It's
Exacto.
contrary
Son
to
muy
their very
egoístas,
nature.
trabajan por sí solos.
They'll work together from time to time, but something as complex as what Sotha Seal hinted at is unheard of.
Okay.
Makes me interested to learn more.
Ay, ¿qué hay en
Very little,
Relenthil?
I'm afraid. The last time I passed through that area was more than 350 years ago.
What?
They made
No,
an
pues está
exquisite
cabrón
wine,
entonces.
as I recall, and the House of Reveries theater troupe always put on an entertaining show.
Okay.
The augury ritual extracted a vision of the false Aldach and the Court of Bedlam, but nothing specifically about the pearl. Its magic isn't Daedric, though. How they can steal life energy and use it to summon those sea creatures remains a mystery.
Ok, bueno, vayamos entonces a Relenthil.
Has been looking for you.
Hmm?
Raz's investigations have brought him to Relenthil. When this one noticed your Sijic friend slip into town, Raz figured you'd be along soon.
Bastante
So,
sagaz,
what
mendigo.
did you discover on Arteum, the island that isn't here anymore? Ugh, that made Raz's head hurt.
Ok. Está el falso Aldero, que era parte de un culto dédrico llamado la Corte de Bedlam.
Yes, this one has been exploring the Daedric connection as well. But Raz hates Daedra. In Raz's experience, very little good comes from dealing with Daedra or their
Así
cultists.
Es toda la razón,
This
gato.
revelation brings you to Relenthil, yes?
Otros miembros del culto han mencionado que algo va a suceder aquí
That
en
is
Relenthil.
disturbingly vague.
Ujú.
Why must cryptic cultists be so cryptic?
Crípticos, sí, claro.
Well, Raz saw Valcerin head toward Canonry Farmeldo's house.
Ujú.
This one suggests we start our investigation of the area there.
Muy bien.
Which one could he possibly be?
Go inside and we'll discuss this later. And take off that ridiculous hood.
Ridiculous? I'll show you what's ridiculous. I'll show you all!
You think as Canon Reeve I'd be immune to the troublesome temper of a spoiled and rebellious child. But what distinguished visitors I have today. A wandering sage, a well-dressed Khajiit, and you.
Un Khajiit bien
brings such a
vestido.
group to Relenthil?
Referencias raras aquí en Relenthil,
For
carnal.
who? Well, there have been 3 reports this week of someone disappearing. And my intractable son Nadoril and his malcontent friends have been cavorting around the large sinkhole that recently appeared.
Cabrón, ¿un socavón?
What are you implying? They're just young and proud of their heritage. I wouldn't draw such a harsh conclusion without substantial evidence. I can't understand why they're fascinated with the sinkhole, but that doesn't make them criminals.
Ajá, entonces podemos ir a investigar.
It's unusual for newcomers to encroach upon Altmer affairs, especially since we rarely saw any prior to the Queen's decree. If you want to investigate, I won't try to stop you. And if anything happens, maybe it will teach my son to avoid the place.
Ok, si encontramos algo yo te aviso qué pedo.
Canon Reeve a few more questions. Take the Sijic and go investigate the sinkhole.
Ok, vayamos. Raz nos deja solos otra vez. Bueno, vamos al socavón. ¿No es el caballero dorado?
Come on, stupid Daedric interference. I'll be back.
Ok. ¿A qué hora se presenta bien ese vato? Estaba haciendo el ridículo. Ah, sí, terminó siendo por aquí. Tienes razón, Val. Podemos entrar. Que hable con Val, Siren. Ah, es que se me adelantó. What?
He attacked Eldon, and one of those horrible creatures tore off my hood.
Sí.
That young woman was certainly in a hurry. And what was that about an adoral and an attack?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, well, let's be on our guard then. I don't think this sinkhole is completely natural. Its size concerns me. If the ground continues to fall away, it could swallow all of Relenthil. It certainly feels dangerous. And if it does figure into the Court of Bedlin's plans, well, I can't think of a more frightening event than watching Relenthil get swallowed by a sinkhole. Let's proceed and find out what's going on down here.
Ok. Creo que por aquí deben de estar. Ay. Qué hacer, pero bueno, salió. No me puedo quejar mucho. Gente, cómo se queda parada sin hacer nada. ¡Ayúdame! ¡No te vayas!
It's almost as if someone dug up through the island. I'll teleport closer to the central area and meet you there.
Ok. Me salió otro larva. Ok. Es el hijo del otro vato, ¿verdad?
Stabbed me. God, this hurts. It was just kind of fun, joining the Court of Bedlam.
What?
Espousing the virtues of our Ultima heritage. But Nidoral, he took things too far.
Hmm?
When we heard that they planned to release those creatures, I made the mistake of saying they were insane. Nidoral objected, called me unworthy. That's when he stabbed me.
Hijo, se va a morir, ¿eh?
Bedlam will eradicate the lesser races.
Ya está el men.
Maybe even deal with our unworthy queen.
Ah, ya no alcancé a disparar.
Over here. Keep quiet and tell me if you see what I see.
Ok. What? What is that?
You see that, right? My eyes aren't playing tricks on me. That's a sea slode. They haven't been seen in Summerset since, well, it's been centuries at least.
¿Y qué es una de estas chingaderas?
Dangerous species. Very powerful. The sea slode come from the distant underwater kingdom of Ulvorkus. Who's that hooded figure with the slode? And look, more of those abyssal pearls. They're everywhere.
¿Por qué son tan peligrosos esos menes?
Slode are a godless people. Perhaps the most hated in Tamriel. And the sea slode are even worse. They employ depraved magic and have long coveted Summerset. They believe it once belonged to them.
Órale.
They pillage, release plagues. They are horrible.
Okay, ¿qué tiene que ver con la corte de Bedlam?
A member of this so-called court of Bedlam. At this point, nothing would surprise me. That Slode has me worried, though. I can't think of anything worse than an alliance between those foul beasts and Daedric cultists.
Okay, este es
They could certainly have a connection to the
el origen de las perlas.
Kingdom, but they appear to have been placed down here.
Mm.
Look how the Yagra are drawn to them. I'll head for the Sea Slode. You deal with those abyssal pearls.
Perfecto. Parece buen plan.
Intruders in the cave.
Heed me, my creatures! Destroy the intruders!
Eso no suena nada bien.
Young idiot. We need to get over there.
Okay.
Witness the power of Katora, the Abyssal Cabal!
Se fue, bueno. Así que va a llegar hasta acá con nosotros, pero qué bueno que no. Escucho. Él. ¡Ay! El escupido de Raquel. Déjate venir, carnal. Ok, cambié la misión. Oh. Este es el bueno. Ok, perla. Vámonos. La otra. ¿Me pegó? Vente. Ok, otra menos. ¿Cuántos son?
This way.
¿Ya? Ok.
Up here.
Arriba, así que supongo que es para acá, para arriba. Ajá.
Damn. No sign of where the Sea Slode disappeared to.
Estábamos allá, ¿verdad? Seguimos explorando entonces a ver dónde encontramos a la cosa esa.
Damn it. I wasn't fast enough.
No creo que se haya escapado,
For the
¿sí?
time being.
Hijo
Let's
de
see
mal.
what's through that opening.
Ok.
The Sea Slode left us something to remember it by. We need to dispatch that creature.
Ok, me parece bien. ¿Qué güey? Pues, velocidad Yagra. Qué chilo. Velocidad. ¡Ay, güey! Buen mal. Otra misa que no me ayuda. Dame, ya no seas así. Ay, güey. Qué buena idea alejarme un poquito la cámara para poder esquivar mejor los ataques. Uy. Por fin me ayudó con algo. Nice. Ahí fue.
There. I think we can get out over there.
Oh, de vuelta a la superficie. Perfecto. Se volvió a bufar.
Somehow Raz knew he'd find you.
¿Vayas? Bueno, bye.
Sea Slodes. This is worse than the Right Master imagined. Meet me in Artaeum after you talk to the Queen's Eye.
Muy bien, allá nos vemos entonces. Ay. ¿Qué onda, Raz?
Did the pretty Sijic say Sea Slode? No. Raz must have heard wrong. That could not have been what she said.
Corte de Bedlam, según
Slode.
el hijo de aquel carnal.
And Sea Slode. That sounds even worse. if the sea slode threatens Summerset, Queen Ayrenn must be informed.
Okay.
We need to act. Wait, what did you say about the Cannon Reeve's son?
Se unió a la corte de Bedla y mató a algunos de sus iniciados.
Daedra worshippers in Summerset and slowed. Oh, Roz likes this situation less and less.
Tranquilo, carnal, yo te voy a ayudar.
As for Nedoro, Raz knows how to deal with traitors. This one will meet you at the Cannon Reeve's house.
Ok, vamos.
The eye of the Queen? How dare you accuse my son of treason? The
A ver,
Queen's
carnal,
eye.
ponte al pedo.
How dare he not identify himself when he first arrived? And how dare he accuse my foolish son of something as serious as treason? The Queen shall hear of this, mark my words.
Claro que sí lo va a escuchar, pues le vamos a decir de todas maneras.
Sea slowed? Plus all this nonsense about Altma's superiority, and now murder? I am the Cannon Reeve of Relenthil. I took an oath to serve and protect my community. How in the Queen's name am I supposed to reconcile my son's actions?
Exacto, no es algo en lo que te podamos ayudar, carnal.
Doril, what have you done? Please, you must talk to the Queen's eye. He needs to show mercy. I'm sure we can find a way to resolve this without... Oh, here comes Nedoril now.
Hijo.
Bedlam is going to turn me into a god.
Foolishness can be ignored. Murder and treason, not so much.
You and your queen have no authority over a true Altma, you mangy cat.
This one cannot allow your crimes to stand unanswered.
Nedoril! No! No! I understand. Relenthil is loyal to the Queen.
Chale. So bravo el vato desde que llegó y pues bueno. No le quedó de otra
Sometimes
raza.
the eye sees treason and must cut it out before it spreads.
Así es.
This one is sorry you had to witness that. Blasphemy, treason, murder. How many crimes must one commit to attract the attention of the executioner's blade? Raz decided that a message had to be sent. Enemies of the Queen will not be tolerated.
Y sí, rara vez estás así de serio,
Treason
carnal.
and the Queen's justice are serious business. Raz has been forced into this role on rare occasions, but he never seeks it out or looks forward to wielding the blade. A necessary part of my job, yes.
Ok, ¿ahora qué hacemos?
No. Raz will see to the Cannon Reeve and send word to the Queen before looking deeper into the court of Bedlam. You should return to Arteum and let the Sijiks know what we learned.
Ok.
I tell you, Five Claw, this whole situation makes Raz want to hiss.
Está cabrón el asunto. Bueno, veamos con el maestro de los ritos de Arteum. Aunque yo creo, queridos lángaros, que aquí es un muy buen lugar para terminar esta parte número... bueno, no sé si este no tiene número, pero para terminar este gameplay de Elder Scrolls Online Summerset, yo soy Roberto Sainz o Rob Sainz en Twitter. Les recuerdo que nos visiten en las redes sociales, en Facebook, en Twitter, en Twitch y en YouTube con la diagonal langaria, donde van a poder encontrar más contenido como este. Muchísimas gracias por acompañarnos y nos vemos en la próxima. Stay Metal.